Coordinate geometry. In this chapter, first topic, distance formula, means distance between 2 points we have to cover. But before study about distance formula, you should know some basic concept about coordinate geometry. Coordinate plane or coordinate system. Some basic information you should know, that is coordinates of any point on x-axis we can write as a comma 0. Means if any point written on x-axis, y coordinate of the point will be 0. Second important point, if any point you are writing on y-axis, then x coordinate of that point will be 0. And third point, coordinate of the origin 0, 0. Origin means intersection point of x-axis and y-axis. Then the coordinates of point on xy plane we can write in the form of a comma b, where x coordinate of any point is known as abscissa and y coordinate known as RD. Distance of any point on the plane from x-axis equal to mod of b, means absolute value. You will take positive sign only. And distance of any point AB from y-axis is equal to mod of A. So these are 6 basic things which you should know before starting the chapter coordinate geometry. Here first formula, distance formula. On plane draw two axes, x-axis and y-axis. Mention here 2 points on coordinate plane I have taken as P and Q. Coordinates of point P is taken as x1, y1. Coordinates of point Q as x2, y2. Then from point P and Q, draw perpendicular on x-axis, that is PL and QM. And also from point P, draw perpendicular on QM, that is PR is the perpendicular on QM. Then distance formula which we have to derive here, the distance between P and Q is under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now very carefully read the figure. Distance formula already written here which we have to prove or derive. Since value of QR, just observe in figure QR, since coordinates of point Q is written as x2, y2, x2 represent distance of point from y-axis, means this whole distance OM is x2, and y2 means distance of point from x-axis, means QM. Value of QM is y2. Similarly for points P, x1, y1 given. x1 means distance of point from y-axis, means OL, and y1 represent distance of point from x-axis, that is PL, and which is also equal to RM. Now here QR written. QR we can write as QM minus RM. Value of QM means y2 and RM is same as PL and which is equal to y1. Therefore value of QR is y2 minus y1. Similarly you can write the value of PR. PR is same as LM, and LM we can write as OM minus OL, and which is equal to x2 minus x1. Now you have to concentrate in triangle PRQ. In PRQ, value of PR equal to x2 minus x1 and RQ equal to y2 minus y1. Our objective, we want to find distance between P and Q. Now easily you can observe In next step, we can apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle PRQ. In triangle PRQ, since angle are equal to 90 degree, therefore by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Put the value. Base means x2 minus x1 whole square plus perpendicular means y2 minus y1 whole square. Therefore, PQ equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. In this pattern, you can find the distance between 2 points on coordinate plane. Therefore, if coordinates of 2 points given as x1, y1 and x2, y2, then distance between P and Q, we can write D equal to PQ equal to x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Here x2 minus x1 whole square means difference between x coordinates of 2 points, then square it, plus difference between y coordinates of 2 points is square it. Add them and find out square root. That is the distance between 2 points. Now next, if any point is given and we want to find distance of point from origin, then distance of point from origin directly we can write using formula x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square in under root. Under root, in place of x2 y2, a and b written, ab. x1 y1 origin. Origin means coordinates of origin 0, 0. Therefore, x2 minus x1 whole square, a minus 0 whole square plus b minus 0 whole square equal to a minus 0 whole square means a square plus b minus 0 whole square means b square. Therefore, distance of point AB from origin directly we can use formula under root a square plus b square. Under root x coordinate square plus y coordinate square. Now next, some important points which you should remember in the application of distance formula. If any quadrilateral given and you have to prove it is a square. If coordinates of 4 points as A, B, C and D given and you have to prove it is a square. For square, what you have to do? Just find out measurements of all sides AB, BC, CD and DA. If all sides are equal and diagonals are also equal to each other, then we can say given quadrilateral is a square. If to prove it is a square, first you find measurements of all sides AB, BC, CD and DA. If all 4 sides are equal, then also find out length of diagonal AC and BD. If diagonals are also equal to each other, then it is a square. We got definition of square, And next, rhombus. If all 4 sides are equal, then it is rhombus. The difference between rhombus and square is clear. Rhombus means only all 4 sides are equal. Diagonals may be equal or may not be equal. But in case of square, it is necessary that along with all 4 sides, diagonals are also equal to each other. Then you can see it is a square. Some other properties of rhombus and square, I hope you have covered in previous classes. Means diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. In case of square rhombus, also should remember the diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree. But if to prove since rhombus, for rhombus minimum requirement is if all 4 sides are equal, it implies it is a rhombus. If all 4 sides are equal and diagonals are also equal, then square. Now parallelogram. Parallelogram means opposite pair of sides are equal. Therefore, both the pair of opposite sides are equal. Then it is a parallelogram. Our second option to prove parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. It implies midpoint of both the diagonals represent same coordinates. The second option or first is very easy. Find out AB, BC, CD and DA. If opposite sides are equal, it implies it is a parallelogram. And for rectangle, if opposite sides are equal and diagonals are also equal, then we can say it is a rectangle. In case of parallelogram, diagonals may or may not be equal. These four things you should remember. If coordinates of A, B, C and D given, you have to prove square, rhombus, parallelogram and rectangle. You should remember these conditions so that easily you can solve and confirm the given quadrilateral is a square or it is a rhombus or parallelogram or rectangle. Now next, if coordinates of 3 points given A, B and C, you have to prove that triangle is isosceles triangle. Then isosceles triangle means a triangle in which two sides are equal, known as isosceles triangle. Therefore, find out AB, BC and CA. If any two sides are equal, means it is a isosceles triangle. For equilateral triangle, if all three sides are equal, then we can say it is an equilateral triangle. Right angle triangle. Right angle triangle means a triangle in which one angle is 90 degree. So therefore, for right angle triangle, you have to find out AB, BC and CD. Because using distance formula, you are going to prove these results. The right angle triangle, first you find out AB, BC and CD. If square of longest side equal to the sum of square of the two sides, then it is a right angle triangle. And the angle opposite to longest side is right angle. Means if three sides, 3 points given for isosceles triangle, any two sides are equal. Equilateral triangle, all three sides are equal. And right angle triangle, square of longest side equal to the sum of square of the two sides. Next point, which is you should remember, if 3 points given, you have to prove 3 points are collinear. For example, if 3 points you are taking as ABC or PQR, then sum of distances between any two pair of points is equal to distance between the remaining pair of points. Then you can say 3 points are collinear. For more clarify, let 3 points A, B and C are given. Means coordinates of A, B and C given. First you find using distance formula value of AB, BC and AC. After that, if the longest distance in these three measurements equal to the sum of other two distances, by chance if AB equal to BC plus AC or BC equal to AB plus AC or AC equal to AB plus BC, then we can say given 3 points are collinear. That is written here in language. Sum of distances between any two pair of points, means any two means AB BC or it may be AB AC or BC AC, equal to distance between remaining pair of points, means remaining if AB BC you are taking, the remaining is BC. In this pattern, if 3 points given, you have to put collinear, find out AB, BC and AC. If longest distance equal to sum of other two distances, then 3 points are collinear. Now, if by chance sum of longest distance is not equal to the sum of other two distances, then you will write the 3 points are non-collinear points, means 3 points not lie on the same line. Collinear means if 3 points lie on the same line, then we can say 3 points are collinear. Using 3 collinear points, triangle is not possible to form. Now some questions. Coordinates of 2 points given. You have to find distance between these 2 points. First, you should know the distance formula. If coordinates of 2 points given as x1, y1, x2, y2, then distance formula is under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Here in the question, x1, y1, x2, y2 means x1 6, y1 minus 8, x2 2 and y2 minus 5. Just apply here. The x2 minus x1 means 2 minus 6 whole square plus y2 minus y1 minus 5 minus 8 minus plus 8 whole square. So 2 minus 6 minus 4 whole square plus minus 5 plus 3 means 3 square equal to 16 plus 9 equal to under root 25, and square root of 25 is 5. In this pattern, using distance formula, we can find distance between 2 points. Now next question. Find the coordinates of point on y-axis which are at a distance of 5 units from the point having coordinates 3, 2. If any point on coordinates you consider, then you will take as 0, b, because x coordinate of point on y-axis always 0. Same, if anyone asks write the point on x-axis, then y coordinate will be 0. Let point on x-axis be 0, b. Then distance between 2 points formula you know, d equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Here take 3, 2 as x1, y1 and 0 be x2, y2. Means x1 3, y1 2, x2 0, y2 b. x2 minus x1 0 minus 3 whole square plus y2 minus y1 b minus 2 whole square. Since value of d is given as 5, in place of d write down 5 equal to under root 0 minus 3 whole square means 9 plus b minus 2 whole square. Now squaring both sides, so 25 equal to 9 plus b square minus 4b plus 4. Just use formula a minus b whole square, and a minus b whole square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now further simplify, you will get b square minus 4b and 25 transfer right this side. The 9 plus 4, 13 minus 25 means minus 12. Now you have to factorize it. B square minus 4b minus 12 equal to 0 means b square minus 6b plus 2b minus 12 equal to 0. Means you have to find two factors of 12 whose difference is 4. Therefore minus 6b plus 2b. Now in first two terms b common, b minus 6 remains, plus 2 common, b minus 6. Now if b minus 6 common, then remaining part is b plus 2. Hence values of b equal to 6 or minus 2. Therefore required points on y-axis are 0, 6 and 0, minus 2. So there are 2 points which are required on y-axis, because we have taken on y-axis as 0, b, and value of b we are getting 2 values. Therefore points are 0, 6 and 0, minus 2. Question number 3. Show that 3 points 6, 9, 0, 1 and 6, minus 6, minus 7 are collinear. 3 points consider as A, B and C. Then find out A, B, B, C and AC. First, distance formula. D equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Write down BC. BC means coordinates of B taken as x1, y1 and C x2, y2. And apply the distance formula. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square equal to under root 36 plus 64 equal to under root 100, and square root 100 is 10. Similarly, find out AB. If we are writing AB, then coordinates of A we take as x1 y1 and coordinates of B x2 y2. Or directly you can write 0 minus 6 whole square 1 minus 9 whole square equal to 10. Then AC A to C minus 6 whole square plus minus 7 minus 9 whole square equal to under root 144 plus 256 equal to under root 400, which is equal to 20. Here you can observe the longest side means AC equal to sum of other two distances means EB plus BC. Therefore, 3 points A, B and C are collinear. In this pattern, you can solve questions based on collinearity of 3 points. Now next, if coordinates are P, Q, R and S given, and you have to show that P, Q, R, S is a rhombus, then you have to confirm it is a square or not, and also find area of rhombus. Since coordinates of P, Q, R and S are given, therefore just write down distance formula. Distance formula means d equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Find out PQ, distance between P and Q. Minus 5 minus 3 means minus 5 plus 3 whole square plus y2 minus y1 minus 5 minus 2 whole square. Simplify 4 plus 49 under root equal to root 53. Similarly, find out value of QR, 2 plus 5 whole square plus minus 3 plus 5 whole square equal to root 53. Then RS and PS. PQR, this fourth point is S. Coordinates of this fourth point, that is S. Find, here you are getting PQ equal to QR equal to RS equal to PS. All four sides are equal. Therefore, we can say it is a rhombus. Rhombus means if all four sides are equal, then it is a rhombus. Now, for square, what is necessary condition? In case of square, all four sides are equal. After that, diagonals are also equal. Then we can say it is a square. Now, find out length of diagonals. Value of PR x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square equal to under root 50. QS again x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square after solving 162. And here since the diagonals are not equal, therefore it is not a square. Now last, area of rhombus. Just use formula. Area of rhombus equal to 1 by 2 into product of diagonals equal to 1 by 2 equal to root 50 into under root 162 multiply under root 8100 square root 90 and 90 divided by 2 45 square units. In this process you can solve questions based on distance formula. Now some questions for practice. First question, coordinates of 2 points given, you have to find distance between them. In question number 3, you have to find the coordinates of point on x-axis which are at a distance of 10 units from the point minus 4, 8. And in question number 3, coordinates of 3 points given, you have to prove these 3 points are collinear. In this pattern, you have to solve these 3 questions and submit your answer. It is the first topic which we have covered, the distance between 2 points on coordinate plane. What are different applications of distance formula and questions based on distance formula. In next topic, we have covered section formula. In coordinate geometry, second topic Section formula. Section formula means when a line segment given, we want to divide line segment in two equal parts in the given ratio. Then we have to find the coordinates of that point which divides the given line segment in two parts. In the figure, there are 2 points A and B given. Take a third point between A and B on the line segment AB, which divides AB in two parts in the ratio m:n, means if value of AP is m, then NP n. Then you can say it is known as internal division. Point B lies between A and B, then this type of division of line segment AB is known as internal division. Or we can write P divides line segment AB internally in the ratio m:n. In second case, again first line segment AB given, but point P lies outside of AB, not between A and B. It may be left side or right side. Just I have taken right side. Then again, ratio of AP and BP is given as m:n. Then you can write point P divides AB in the ratio m:n externally. It implies if point P lies between A and B on the line segment AB, then we can say point P divides internally. And if point P lies on the line segment AB when it produced, means outside of AB, then we can say point P divides AB externally in the ratio m:n, where m means AP and n means BP. Here again, m means AP and n means BP. But in first case, ratio is internally. Second is external. Now first case for internal, on coordinate geometry, just take 2 points A and B with coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2. Means coordinates of point A is x1, y1 and point B x2, y2. Point P divides AB in m:n internally, because point P lies between A and B. Then coordinates of P, x, y, we can write using formula mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n and my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Means x coordinate of point P we can write using formula mx2 means m ratio multiply x coordinate of point P plus n into x coordinate of point A upon m plus n. That is the x coordinate of point P. Y coordinates of point B will be m into y coordinates of point P plus n into x coordinate of point A, y coordinates of point A upon m plus n, means my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Now proof of this formula, just taken 2 points A and B. Let coordinates of point P as x, y. Now your task, we want to find the value of x and y such that AP upon BP equal to m upon n, or m is to n. Now, since triangle PKA and PTP, both triangles are similar by AAA similarity, you can observe these lines are perpendicular on x-axis, means 90 degree, 90 degree. This angle A equal to angle P, corresponding angle. Similarly, this third angle is also equal to third angle of second triangle. means both triangles are similar to each other, and if both triangles are similar to each other means corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Means we can write ratio of their base means AK upon PT equal to ratio of their perpendiculars means PK upon PT equal to ratio of their hypotenuse means AP upon BP. Now just try to find out the value of AK. Now AK means coordinates of point P is XY. It implies distance of M from O is X. X coordinate of point A is X1 means OL is X1. It is X1, X and ON is X2. Now AK represent LM and LM means X minus X1 upon PT. PT is same as MN and MN we can write as distance of N from origin minus distance of M from origin means ON minus OM. Value of ON means X coordinate of point P minus X coordinate of point P means X2 minus X equal to same process Y. PK we can write Y minus Y1 as written here X minus X1 we are getting Y minus Y1 upon here PT X2 minus X here PT Y2 minus Y equal to M upon N. Now taking first and third part means X minus X1 upon X2 minus X equal to M upon N. Now cross multiply NX minus NX1 equal to MX2 minus MX. MX transfer left side, MX plus NX equal to MX2 plus NX1. X common, M plus N into X equal to MX2 plus NX1 or X equal to MX2 plus NX1 upon M plus N, that is X coordinates of point P. Now next part taking second and third. Accurate same process you have to follow by taking second and third. Y minus Y1 upon Y2 minus Y equal to M upon N. Cross multiply, rearrange, and you can find the value of Y as My2 plus Ny1 upon M plus N. Therefore, the coordinates of point P given by Mx2 plus Nx1 upon M plus N, comma Y coordinate will be My2 plus Ny1 upon M plus N. And that is known as section formula for internal division if point P lies between A and B. Again, to remember the formula, easy process, M into X coordinate of point P, Mx2 plus Nx1 upon sum of ratios M plus N. Y coordinate My2 plus Ny1 upon M plus N. In this process, you are getting coordinates of point P. Now next one, midpoint formula means if point P is the midpoint of AB. If it is midpoint of AB, then what happens? AP equal to BB means ratio M upon N equal to 1 upon 1. Here, since P is midpoint of AB, therefore AP equal to PB or AP upon PB, which we can write as M upon N equal to 1. Therefore, M equal to N. Now in section formula, put in place of M as N and you will get midpoint formula means Mx2 plus Nx1. In place of M, write down N. Nx2 plus Nx1 upon N plus N. Because both ratio is same. In place of M, we are writing N. Ny2 plus Ny1 upon N plus N. N common, N cancel out. X2 plus X1 upon 1 plus 1. y2 plus y1 upon 1 plus 1. Rearrange and we will get result x1 plus x2 upon 2 comma y1 plus y2 upon. It implies if point P is the midpoint of AB, then coordinates of point P we can write as sum of x coordinates of both points divided by 2, comma sum of y coordinates upon 2, and in this process we can find midpoint of given line segment. It is known as midpoint formula. Now, one more form of section formula, which whenever it's required you can use in questions. Coordinates of point P lies on the line segment joining the point A and B having coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2. Therefore, we can write ratio as m is to n. Then coordinates of point P mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n, already covered here. Now here divide numerator and denominator by n. M upon n x2 plus n upon n 1 whole upon m upon n plus n upon n means 1, comma m upon n y2 plus n upon n 1 means y1 upon m upon n plus 1. Now assume m upon n as k. In place of m upon n write down k. Again you are getting section formula in other form as kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1, comma ky2 plus y1 upon k plus 1. In this pattern, whenever required, section formula also you can write in this form. Remember, here k represent m upon n. Means here ratio we can write as k is to 1, that is written in beginning. Because m is to n we can write as m upon n is to 1, which is equal to k is to 1. In this process, it is the other form of section formula. Now next one. Question on section formula. Find the ratio in which x-axis divides the line joining the points -2, 5 and 1, -9. Says find the ratio in which x-axis, if you are taking any point on x-axis, xy coordinates will be 0. Let x-axis divide the point in ratio m is to n, or also you can assume here k is to 1. You have both options. Then using section formula we can write x equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. M x2 means 1 plus n into -2 upon m plus n equal to m minus 2n upon m plus n. Similarly, y coordinate minus 9m plus 5n upon m plus n. Since we have to find the point on x-axis, and if point lies on x-axis, then y coordinate will be 0, means value of y 0. And if y 0 means minus 9m plus 5n upon m plus n equal to 0. Cross multiply, you will get minus 9m plus 5n equal to 0. Or minus 9m equal to minus 5n. Minus cancel out, result is 9m equal to 5n. Or m upon n equal to 5 upon 9, or ratio 5 is to 9. Same question, if asked you find the ratio in which y-axis divide. In case of y-axis, x coordinate will be 0, and easily you can find the ratio. Now next, again section formula for external division. External division means point P lies outside of AB. Here coordinates of A is x1, y1, coordinates of point B x2, y2, and point P xy, which we have to find such that AP upon BP m is to n. It is known as external division. Till now it is not in class 10th syllabus, but you should know, because after class 10th higher classes there is use of this formula, external division, or for competition purpose also it is important. Coordinates of A and B taken as x1, y1, x2, y2, point P, xy. Derivation is same like previous concept. Take two triangle PKA. Means here you will take PKA, this whole triangle, and PTB, smaller triangle. Angle P is common, one angle 90 degree, it is also third angle will be remaining angle. Therefore, both triangles are congruent, and if congruent, then corresponding sides are in the same ratio. And by putting the value of corresponding sides, means value of AK upon BT equal to PK upon PT equal to AP upon BP. Now AK is same as LM. Here N means value of ON is X minus OL X1, X minus X1 upon BT. BT means Mn, and which is equal to X minus X2. Similarly, second term Y minus Y1 upon Y minus Y2 equal to M upon N. Now, taking first and third part, X minus X1 upon X minus X2 equal to M upon N. Then cross multiply and rearrange, you will get mx minus nx equal to mx2 minus nx1, or x equal to mx2 minus nx1 upon m minus n. Similarly, y, if we equate y minus y1 upon y minus y2 equal to m upon n, cross multiply and solve, you will get value of y as my2 minus ny1 upon m minus n. Therefore, the coordinates of a point which divides AB in the ratio m:n externally is given by point Pxy equal to mx2 plus minus nx1 upon m minus n, and y coordinate will be my2 minus ny1 upon m minus n. It is known as external division formula. The point P lies on line AB when produced, means outside of AB. In formula, easily you can observe only one change. In case of internal division, there was plus sign. In external division, minus sign. Now next, centroid of triangle. I hope all of you know the meaning of centroid. Centroid means intersection point of medians of triangle. Just one median I have done here. Median means from vertex A to join midpoint of BC, it is known as median. If coordinates of point A given as x1, y1, point B x2, y2, point C x3, y3, then coordinates of median means coordinates of intersection of medians, means centroid. Then coordinate of centroid is given by sum of x coordinates upon 2, comma sum of y coordinates upon 2. Now for proof, since coordinates we have written ABC, meaning of centroid means point of intersection of its medians. Second property of median, also you know, to centroid, if given G, its centroid divides median in ratio 2:1. If value of AG is 2, then GD 1. Therefore, since AD is median, so median point D is also midpoint of BC. So two information we are getting. First, AD is median, therefore D is the midpoint of BC. And midpoint of BC means easily you can find coordinates of D using midpoint formula, means x2 plus x3 by 2 and y2 plus y3 by 2. Second information, G is the centroid, therefore G divides AD in which ratio? 2:1. Since centroid of triangle ABC divides AD in 2:1, means if AD is 2, then GD 1. Therefore, coordinates of G we can write using section formula. Since AG upon GD 2:1, then apply formula 2 into x coordinate of point D means x2 plus x3 by 2 plus 1x1 upon 2 plus 1, comma 2 into y coordinates of point D means y2 plus y3 upon 2 plus 1 into y1 upon 2 plus 1. 2 into x2 plus x3 by 2 means to cancel out x2 plus x3 plus x1 upon 3. y2 plus y3 plus y1 upon 3, which we can write as rearrange coordinates of point G as x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3, and y coordinates will be y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. Hence, if coordinates of vertices of triangle ABC given as x1 y1, x2 y2 and x3 y3, then coordinates of centroid of triangle ABC, centroid of triangle means intersection point of medians, we can find using formula x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3, and y coordinate will be y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. Now solve question. Find the points of trisection of the line segment joining the points A and B. Means a line segment AB given, coordinates of point A is given as 1, 2, coordinates of point B given 11, 9. We have to find 2 points such that they divide line segment AB in 3 equal parts. So let coordinates of point P as x, y and q, x dash, y dash. Therefore, AP equal to PQ equal to QB. If you assume all 3 equal parts as K, easily you can write point P divides this AB in 1:2. Because AP 1 part, then PB 2 parts are there. For point Q, you can write AQ, there are 2 parts, and QB 1 part. Therefore, first find the coordinates of point P. Since P divides AB in 1:2, therefore apply section formula 1 into x coordinate of point B 11 plus 2 into x coordinate of point A 1 upon 2 plus 1. Sum of ratio, and after solving you will get 13 upon 3 comma 13 upon 3. Similarly, point Q divides AB in 2:1. Again apply section formula 2 into x coordinate of point B 2 into 11 plus 1 into 1 upon 2 plus 1, comma 2 into 9 plus 1 into 2 upon 2 plus 1 equal to 22 plus 1 upon 3, 18 plus 2 upon 3 equal to 23 upon 3 comma 20 upon 3. In this pattern, if question is given on section formula, you can solve it. Now, some questions for practice. In first question, you have to find center of a circle if end points of diameter given. Since center of circle is the midpoint of diameter, therefore just apply midpoint formula and easily you can find the center of circle, coordinates of center of circle. In second question, the line joining the points meets x-axis at P. Find the y coordinates of point P. Just it is based on your trick. Just I want to think, are you able to apply your presence of mind or not? It is just 1 mark question. Just you have to use your presence of mind if you solve question number 2. Question number 2 solve, you can solve in 3 to 4 seconds. Just you have to think. And question number 2, after solving, also try to find the ratio in which x-axis divides the line segment joining the points. In question number 3, find the coordinates of point of the trisection of line segment joining the points. Already one example I have covered here, so that you can solve this question number 3. In this process, these 3 questions you have to complete and give your answer. Now one topic remains in this chapter, area of triangle. In next video I will cover a next part, area of triangle. Now third topic of coordinate geometry is area of triangle. To find the area of triangle, if the coordinates of vertices of triangle given. Now first, in previous classes you have covered area of triangle we can find if base of triangle given and altitude or height of triangle is given. Then area of triangle formula is half base into height. Also we have covered give length of sides of triangle given as A, B and C, then area of triangle. If length of sides of triangle given as A, B, C, first you find semi-perimeter. Perimeter of triangle means sum of sides. Therefore semi-perimeter, half of perimeter of triangle denoted by small s. Then using Heron's formula. This formula was given first time by a mathematician Heron. Therefore it is known as Heron's formula. Area of triangle equal to under root s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. The first case, if base given, height given, we can find area of triangle using formula half base into height. If length of sides given, we can find area of triangle using formula or using Heron's formula s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c, where s represents semi-perimeter of triangle. Now third case arises. If length of sides not given, in that place coordinates of vertices of triangle given, then we have to find area of triangle. If coordinates of vertices of triangle given as A x1 y1, coordinates of B x2 y2 and coordinates of point C x3 y3, we have to find area of triangle which is in reference of coordinates. By chance, if Heron's formula remember, also we can find area. First you find using distance formula, find the length of sides AB, BC and AC, and after that apply Heron's formula. But in terms of coordinates, we have to find area of triangle. If coordinates of vertices of triangle given, then area of triangle formula is half x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. There is proper order to write. If write suffix whatever written here 1 2 3 2 3 1 3 1 2, the proper order is there. It implies if x1 written, x1 means from point A I have taken x1, then y coordinates you will subtract from next 2 points in proper order A, B, C. y2 minus y3 plus x2 written, then same order follow y3 minus y1 plus x3 written, then y1 minus y2. Means if you are writing x coordinate of any point, name of triangle written in proper order, x1 written, then y2 minus y3 plus x2 then come on next point y3 minus y1, then x3, then next in same order y1 minus y2. In this process we can find area of triangle. Now proof of this formula. Since coordinates of A, B and C given, here draw perpendicular from point A, B and C on x-axis From point A, AP is a perpendicular. From point B, BQ is perpendicular on x-axis, and from point C, CR is the perpendicular on x-axis. Now, if you observe that there are ABQP is a quadrilateral, and it is a specific quadrilateral that is known as trapezium. Trapezium means a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel, known as trapezium. Here BQ and AP both are parallel to each other because both are perpendicular on x-axis. Therefore, one trapezium is there, ABQP. Second trapezium, APRC, and third is BQRC. There are three trapezium. In this figure, area of trapezium formula, you know it. Area of trapezium equal to 1 by 2 sum of parallel sides into distance between them. Distance between them means distance between parallel sides. That's the formula to find. Area of triangle, coordinates ABC written here. Then area of triangle ABC write as area of trapezium ABQP plus area of trapezium APRC minus area of trapezium BQRC. Just concentrate here. First, area of trapezium ABQP. ABQP, this complete coordinate, plus area of second trapezium, this whole trapezium, minus area of trapezium below BC means BQRC. Area of sum of these two trapezium minus area of trapezium BQRC, we will get area of triangle ABC. Now area of trapezium formula, half sum of parallel sides into distance between them. First trapezium sum of parallel sides means half BQ plus AP into distance between them means QP plus half second trapezium AP plus RC or CR into distance between them PR minus half area of trapezium BQRC sum of parallel sides BQ plus CR minus distance between them QR. BQ plus CR into QR into now half BQ, value of BQ is Y2 plus AP is Y1 into distance between them QP we can write as OP minus OQ. Value of OP is X1 and OQ X2 means X1 minus X2. Y2 plus Y1 into X1 minus X2 plus half value of AP means Y1 plus CR Y3 into PR means OR minus OP, which we can write as OR means X3 minus X1 minus again 1 by 2, since 1 by 2 have taken common, BQ plus CR, BQ means Y2 plus Y3 into X3 minus X2. Value of QR means OR minus OQ. OR is X3 and OQ X2. Now next step, open the bracket along with X1 X2. So Y2 plus Y1 into X1 first term, Y2 plus Y1 into X2 second term with minus sign because minus is here. Bracket into X1 minus bracket into X2 plus this bracket Y1 plus Y3 into X3 minus this bracket Y1 plus Y3 into X1 minus y2 plus y3 into x2. So x3, y2 plus y3 into x3, and minus and minus plus. So plus y2 plus y3 into x2 bracket close. In next step, there are two terms of x1. One is here. Second term of x1 is here. y1 plus y3 into x1. In these two terms, take x1 common, write down remaining term. Same process, x2 and x2. In these two terms, x2 common, write down remaining part in bracket. And similarly, x3 take common and write down remaining part inside the bracket. The result you will get area of triangle equal to y2 plus y1 into x1 minus y1 plus y3 into x1. Both terms of x1 are written together. There are two terms of x2 written here and two terms of x3. Then if common, x1 is common, the remaining part inside the bracket y2 plus y1 minus y1 plus y3 plus here x2 common, plus sign written outside, to minus y2 plus y1 plus y2 minus y3. Similarly plus x3 common, to y1 plus y3 minus y2 plus y3. Now open the bracket, to y2 plus y1 minus y1 minus y3 into x1. Similarly second and third bracket. In first bracket, plus y1 minus y1 cancel out, remains y2 minus y3 into x1 plus here y2 cancel out, remaining part is minus y1 plus y3 into x2 plus here minus y3 plus y3 cancel out, y1 minus y2 into x3. Rearrange and we can write area of triangle equal to half x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. To remember the result, half outside of bracket written. There are three terms: first term, second term, third term. In these three terms, x1, x2, x3 written. Follow the order 1, 2, 3. Inside the bracket, y coordinates you have to write. If 1 written, then y2 minus y3. 2 written, after 2 next number is 3, y3 minus y1. If 3 written, after 3 next number is 1. Because it's circular rotation, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. x3, y1 minus y2. In this pattern, we can find area of triangle. If coordinates of vertices of triangle given, area of triangle result you are getting half x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. One important thing which you should remember, by chance by putting value of x1, x2, y1, y2, x3, y3, after solving you are getting negative as area of triangle. If you are getting negative, then you will write the region, since area is a measure which cannot be negative. Area represents amount area. Therefore, it is not negative. Therefore, you will write numerical value of area. Means by chance you are getting minus 5, you will write area of triangle as 5 only. Or area of triangle formula directly you can apply this formula. This modulus in bracket, in place of bracket you can also write modulus sign. Modulus represent absolute value, means you will not write negative. So by chance you are getting minus 5, minus 6 or minus 7, you will write plus sign, means plus 5 or plus 6 or plus 7. Now, if 3 points given, you have to prove 3 points are collinear. Coordinates of A given as x1, y1, B, x2, y2 and C, x3, y3. If 3 points are collinear, it implies triangle formed by these 3 points lie on a line, means the area of triangle will be 0. If 3 points are collinear, means area of triangle equal to 0. Therefore, apply the formula for area of triangle: half x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2 equal to 0. 1 by 2 transfer right side, so 2 into 0 means 0. The remaining part you are getting this result. Or finally we can write, if 3 points A, B and C having coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 are said to be collinear if x1 in bracket y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2 equal to 0. That is the condition for collinearity of 3 points. Now, one question here. Coordinates of vertices of triangle given as 4, 2, 7, 6 and 1, 4. You have to find area of triangle. Write down the area of triangle formula. Here first point consider as x1, y1, second point x2, y2 and third point x3, y3. Means value of x1 4, y1 2, x2 7, y2 6, x3 1 and y3 4. Pattern also remember, if you are writing 4 into difference of y coordinates of next 2 points, means 4 into 6 minus 4. Half 4 into 6 minus 4 plus 7 into difference of y coordinates of next 2 points. 7 into next 2 points means 4 and after 4 2. 4 minus 2 plus x3 means 1 into difference of next 2 points means 2 minus 6. Simplify 1 by 2, 6 minus 4 means 2, 4 minus 2, 2 and 2 minus 6 minus 4. Further simplify 1 by 2 into 18 equal to 9 square units. In this pattern, if coordinates of vertices of triangle given, we can find area of triangle. Next, again 3 points given and these 3 points are collinear. It is given. We have to find the value of k. Since we have covered concept of collinearity of 3 points, if 3 points are collinear, then the result you can write as x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2 equal to 0. Here put the value of first point taken as x1 y1, second point x2 y2 and third point x3 y3. Write down in place of x1 3k minus 1 into y2 minus y3 means k minus 7 minus k minus 2, y2 minus y3 plus x2 that is k, then y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. Next step, further simplify 3k minus 1 inside the bracket, k minus 7 minus plus k minus plus 2, k plus 2 plus k into minus k minus 2 minus k plus 2, because minus into minus plus k minus 1 inside the bracket, k minus 2 minus k plus 7. Further simplifies 3k minus 1, here k plus k 2, 2k minus 5 plus k into minus 2k plus k minus 1 into 5. Open the bracket, 6k square minus 2k minus 15k plus 5, k into minus 2k square, 5 into k minus 5 means 5k minus 5. Further simplify, so 6k square minus 2k square, 4k square. Then minus 5 plus 5 cancel out, minus 2k minus 15k plus 5k minus 2k minus 15 minus 17 plus 5 minus 2. Further 4k common, k minus 3. There are two factors. If first factor 4k equal to 0 means k equal to 0. As second factor if k minus 3 equal to 0 then k equal to 3. Means two values of k will get 0 and 3. There are two values of k 0 and 3 for which given points are collinear. Now some questions for practice. We have to complete. In first question, 3 points given having coordinates 4 minus 6, 3 minus 2 and 5 2 are the vertices of triangle. AD is its median. Then you have to prove median. AD divides triangle in two triangles of equal area. So what we will do here is to first find D as a midpoint of BC. Using midpoint formula we can write midpoint of BC, and midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. In this process you will get midpoint. After getting midpoint, then find out area of triangle ABD and area of triangle ACD. And after solving you will observe area of ABD equal to area of ACD. It implies median AD divides triangle in two parts having equal area. Question number 2. Find the value of k for which 3 points lie on a line. If 3 points lie on a line, it implies 3 points are collinear. Collinear means the points lie on the straight line, known as collinear points. So therefore, area of triangle equal to 0. Or directly you apply the formula. Collinearity of 3 points x1, y2 minus y3 plus x2, y3 minus y1 plus x3, y1 minus y2 equal to 0. Same question number 3 also. 3 points are collinear. Apply the same formula. And after solving you will get result 1 upon a plus 1 upon b equal to 1. In this process you have to complete and submit the solution.